Hello, good morning, Janette here, the enthusiastic gardener. Welcome back to my garden in midsummer. I won't have it that everyone's calling it late summer already. It's not. We're in the middle of summer because I always think of late summer as September, but it's the 3rd of August and everyone's kind of rushing it along. We have still another 7 weeks of summer because I go by the autumn equinox, which means autumn starts officially on the 22nd of September. So we are in midsummer. Now, something that I'm doing today, every single year I say I'm going to do this. And I never do. And this year I've done it. I am planting plants now for beautiful mid to late summer into fall interest. I always say I'm going to plant and I don't, and now I'm going to. So let me show you. I have a few gaps because you may remember that I had a Japanese bloodgood over there. Well, when I planted it in the spring, you forget how hot it's going to get, and all the tips of the leaves have all been burnt. As you can see here, I need to chop those off, the little tips. So I've moved it, it's just here. So that's created a lovely space over there. I have a couple more spaces. I moved a couple of plants around directly behind you. I moved a salvia across and I moved my little blue star junipers away around the edge. They're struggling a little bit actually. Every time I touch them, bits brown and fall off. So have my fingers crossed for those because they are pretty. So we've got space there. We also have space over there, which is kind of round by the seating area. So that will look beautiful with some colour there. And a little bit of space by my other Japanese maple. But I'm going to fill it today and I've got beautiful perennials. These perennials won't be new to you. You'll all have these in your garden, but they're all new to me. I've never had them. Hello, Lottie. We've just come back from our walk. So we're going to plant these perennials in the gaps, and I'm very excited. So my first beauties are these Rudbeckia. These are called Goldsturm. Absolutely gorgeous. They are also known as Blackeyed Susans. I'm sure you all have these in your garden, but I don't. Now, I've dug the holes. Each time I will fill the hole with water, let it sink in. I have some slow release fertiliser which I will add, and I'll plant them. Here we go. So there's the Rudbeckia looking beautiful, Blackeyed Susan, and I have room for probably 2 more, at least 1 more. So that's that. I'm going to go to the garden centre once I've planted all these because I still think I'll have some gaps. So that's that. And the next spot we have over here is this spot. And here we have Verbena. Verbena, you all have Verbena in your gardens, it's beautiful. Bonariensus, but this is a small one called Lollipop, which, beautiful. And the Verbena does tend to seed all over the place, so if you want lots of Verbena, you'll get lots of Verbena. Here's the Verbena, and it may be quite an ordinary plant, but it's some lovely colour. And oh, I forgot to mention that I was looking at the colours that I already have this time of year, and you can see the Coprosma over there is beautiful and orange. And I also have orange on the contrast pelargoniums. So I thought, let's go for vibrant, well, I'll say the word, autumnal colours. Yes, autumnal colours. And I always think that purple goes with so many different colours. And I have pinks. Earlier in the season, we still have the faded pinks of that hydrangea over there, little mophead, which is looking pretty. And this one next to is a lace cap. And I'm guessing it looked stunning last year, this one. Oh my goodness, I must have pruned it wrong, because as you can see, no flowers this year. But a little bit of colour there with the verbena. Next we're going round to this side, around here. And I've chosen this, a Persicaria, and it has little white flowers, which will be in a month's time probably, but they're just starting now. I just love the foliage. The foliage is these beautiful diamondy shapes, so pretty. It's called a purple fantasy. They're referring to the leaves perhaps. Anyway, I thought this could go very nicely right here. That is beautiful. My Persicaria, love it. I love the textures and a little bit of foliage interest. And I haven't watered it in yet because we have some plants for this little space here. And these are they, Heliopsis, which again, I've never had in my garden. But look at the beautiful foliage. So even if you don't have flowers, the foliage is just very interesting. But lovely yellow flowers. Supposedly July, August and September, so we still have 2 more whole months with the Heliopsis, fingers crossed, so they're going to go in there. There's the Heliopsis, which looks beautiful, but you can see still have loads of gaps. Now we're going over to this flower bed here. And I have the perfect plants for that spot. This is the spot that we see from the kitchen sink. So that's got to look good. So I thought these would be beautiful. They are Rudbeckias as well, but these are called Little Goldstar. And it actually says, contradicting me, flowers late summer to autumn, and it's flowering, so late summer. But it's loads of beautiful buds. So they are going to look beautiful, and they are going to go just in a little group here. Here's my dragonflies and my snail. And I think we'll do a hey presto for this one. So 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bright and sunshiny. And I have something else to go to the left. More Verbena. This one is called Rigida. They're just reliable, and they're hardy, and that's the sort of thing that I want in my garden. That looks beautiful. And the Autumn Joy, that's Autumn Joy there. That's going to be a beautiful dark pink. I have one thing left to plant, and it's getting quite warm now, so what time is it, Rich? 10 to 11. So we'll call it a day once we've done the very last thing, and then during the week I will go and get some more plants to fill in the remaining gaps. But this is the last plant we have here, which is beautiful. Look at that foliage, look at that. Let's look at it in the shade. It always looks better in the shade. So this is called a Coprosma Pacific Dawn. It will grow rather large. Well, I think, let's have a look. It will grow up to 1.2 metres and a 1.5 metre spread, but I'll be able to keep it in check, hopefully. Now this, I've decided we'll go over here on this side here. So I think I'm going to just put it there back a tiny bit more. Yes, could be a mistake. This might get too big, but I couldn't resist. Yeah, I can't resist. And I do, some people say to me, I've had comments saying, you've planted that too close together, and I think, I know, you're absolutely right. But, yeah, plant now, edit later. I can't wait 5 or 10 years for things to get to their mature size. I want it to look full now. Do you know, I've come across so many bulbs doing this digging, and I'm just poking them in anywhere. Heaven knows what it's going to look like in the spring, but there's another one. I'm not doing them even deep enough. There we are, beautiful Coprosma, and I always try and learn the names of every plant that I put in. Really make a point of doing that. So, Coprosma. I've never heard of a Coprosma. Isn't that beautiful? Let's give it a water, and we are done. So what a great fun morning, planting some colour. I must just give you an update on the copper in the fountain. Now I think, well, it must have been a month ago, Tracy Thomas, our friend, she gave us this tip. Stops the water going green, if you didn't see that video. And it certainly works, I'm amazed. But don't put it in your fish ponds, because it is toxic to your fish. So there we go, that's that border there. And I know I said earlier that we'll go round and get some more plants today. Well, now 2 hours later, now I'm more exhausted. I'm thinking, no, that can be a job for another day. What's the rush? We're still only in midsummer, everyone, but that looks pretty. And love the Rudbeckia. And we'll get a couple more Rudbeckias. Lovely. I'll give you a quick update on the fish because the fish are so happy. You can tell. They just go shooting all over the place. There's some. They dart around. Certain times of the day they're more lively than others, a bit like all of us I suppose. But look, they're very cute. I don't know if you can see that. I think it makes it more difficult because the fountain's on. And the fountain has been wonderful. But yeah, darting all over the place. There they go, down there. Very cute. One of them, which has got a huge belly. I wonder if we're going to have babies. But they have certain times of the day when they're more lively. So obviously now it's siesta time. One final thing. I found this mirror. So I keep finding things, don't I? But we have a bin collection day. Oh, we have bin collection day on a Wednesday. So I went out with Lottie and yeah, it was by the side of a bin. I thought, aha, I'm having that. So I have a new mirror, which Richard said that he would put up for me. That's going to go on the wall of the fence. Probably, well, Richard said he's going to put it, I think he said there. So I leave him to decide. It's getting quite hot now. And I am going to go in for a little rest. I need to edit this video. Otherwise you'll never see it. Stop where we started. Thank you so much for joining me in my midsummer garden. Take care everyone, and I will see you soon. I'm Janette, I'm the enthusiastic gardener. I'm going to have a nice rest for the rest of Sunday. Bye now.